NXT is one of those things that I watch here and there, right? After watching NXT Vengeance Day, I was like, oh shit, I need to pay attention more to this product.
Okay.
So we kick off with Fallon Henley versus Stephanie Verker. Okay, here's the thing about NXT too, because a lot of these wrestlers are up and comers. So a lot of these names are like who, what, and I think a lot of people feel that as well watching it, right? But watching the work, I think, is what's gonna get you hooked, because
I don't think there's any issue with their work rate and style. Like even at NXT level, everyone can work.
Correct.
You know what I mean? The ones who cannot work yet are still a bit clunky, maybe more performance center or like one off match at NXT, right?
Evolve or LFG. Are you excited to watch the LFG show, by the way? Have you seen the promos for it?
Actually, I am. It's like tough enough, but with actual like it's more like contender issues.
It's a more reality based TV show.
Ultimate Fighter vibes.
Yeah. But okay, back to NXT. So Fallon Henley versus Stephanie Verker for the NXT Women's North American title. The crowd was solidly behind Stephanie Verker.
Yeah, Verker is over, bro, and she's probably hasn't spoke more than like 3 sentences of English, but she's so over right now.
What do the kids call it? Vibe. She has it. You see her already. She looks cool. Aura. Thank you, Aura. Yeah. She beat like Fallon Henley, and I have to say, Fallon Henley, Fatal Influence, they become like this Judgment Day style group where it's like they will always gang up and cheat, but they still lose. Like a bit like, okay lah,
We already had that hot, trio, which was it Fatal Attraction?
Toxic Attraction.
Toxic Attraction, yeah. So to me, this Fatal Influence is just another version, like it's like a B version, side version.
Exactly right. It feels like you're trying this stuff again, right?
And you know what was the threat, right? Is JC Jane, right?
JC Jane, yes.
Has both of them, yeah.
Stephanie Verker now with the North American title, I think is very great for the division.
I agree. And the thing is, right, some people even say that she actually is above, the title is beneath her. She should be contending for the world title, but I think that elevates the North American.
Again, back to the point you made earlier, talking about a lot of these guys and gals who could be main eventers, but they are sort of slowly carrying that mid-card into upper mid-card status, right?
Agreed.
NXT Tag Team Championships, Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. Okay, so do you know much about Yoshiki Inamura, my friend?
I watched NXT this past week.
Okay.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I saw this Inamura guy.
Did he impress you?
He reminds me of what?
Who?
He's a Japanese Keith Lee.
I think in the best of ways, because he looks like he can go. Okay.
No, he went.
He went. Yes,
He went. He is what I thought strong style would have been.
Yes. It's like, okay, I've obviously never watched Ishii in his prime. But this is what I picture Ishii used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when all this talk of strong style, and then you see Ishii or what's the other fella? Those fellas they always bring to AEW
or the
what's that one?
Oh shit! I think Najo will laugh at us right now.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about? Like these guys who are over their prime, who are always
Shibata.
Not Shibata.
I know it's the one that John Moxley always fight with.
Yeah.
Kojima.
Kojima. Anyhow throwing out Japanese names. Are you gonna say Toshiba next? Sony. Walao. Stop it lah, bro.
I know.
But yeah, like. To me, this is like, when he goes, right?
But where was he from? Where did he come from? Like,
okay, let me tell you. So first of all, I like that we have a long title reign for Fraxium, because the other thing is they don't really have too many tag teams. So yes, establish the long reigning tag team first, right? And I really like them in the ring. They're very smooth together.
Yeah.
They have the tag team thing down. Very easy to like. Now, Josh Briggs. Do you remember Josh Briggs?
Didn't he have another partner?
Yes, he had a tag team partner who I forgot what his name is already. They fell out lah.
Briggs lah.
They were this like lumberjack style rough and tough guys, right?
Okay.
And wasn't Fallon Henley part of their group also? Then she turned heel lah.
I do not know enough to remember.
Well, I'm glad they moved away from it. So the story is Josh Briggs. He took a break. He went to Noah in Japan to compete. And then he came back with his new Japanese boyfriend. I mean, best friend.
Wait. Wow.
No, because it's so like when you watch their promos, right? It's like he went there, then he came back with this Japanese guy, and then he gives him his jacket. So now they both wearing matching jackets. So I'm like, oh, okay. You went to Japan, came back with a new boyfriend.
Kind of a cute story. Actually,
I think it's quite cute. Yeah.
I think it's cool. Like you went to Japan to go excursion, reinvent yourself, find a new friend, and bring it back to NXT.
Yeah, no, so that's essentially the story. Like they impressed each other, right? And so now he is like showing him American wrestling, blah blah blah. And you've seen his finisher, right? This Inamura.
I can't recall off the top of my head. What did he do?
So he climbs to the top rope and he quote unquote tests the integrity of the top rope. So it's this action that builds the anticipation, kind of like how when Shawn Michaels used to tune up the band, he would stomp, right? So imagine this guy. Oh my god, I'm going to do it. He climbs to the top rope, right? He's there, and then he starts bouncing up and down on the top rope, and you see the top turnbuckle like freaking bends, like it's trying to support his weight. I swear this thing is going to break.
Because he's a heavy guy, right?
He's a big guy, yeah. He's like he looks like a smaller version of Bronson Reed. Like he's not as big as Bronson Reed, but he's got that stocky build, right?
Yeah, stocky build.
So he's bouncing up and down, and then he does a huge splash. And it's not just a splash. It looks more like a belly flop. So he arches back as he jumps off.
Oh wow!
And it looks incredible. It's like a belly flop splash.
Bro, it's like he slingshot himself into the air.
Yeah, and it looked very anime. It looks like an anime version. Yeah. Like if you watch an anime about wrestling, that's how they would like ching bang.
No, the one to probably make it even go 100% even to the next level if he starts shouting like "Combate!"
Yeah, he yells something, right? So I'm a fan. Like I didn't know too much about them as a group. I thought they looked kind of weird as a group, but watching them together, I'm like, okay, there's no fake ass looking bullshit. They had me for one moment, right? Okay. Frazier tried to do the "I chop you, you chop me" thing.
Oh, the thing that you hate the most. Okay.
Yeah, he chopped this fella. The fella like, fuck, you know. Then he chopped Frazier. Frazier dropped down like, oh fuck. Then this Inamura is like, come, you chop me one more time. And Frazier stand there, kicked him in the head. Did it Inzaguri instead. So I'm like, okay, at least they didn't do the chop back and forth because that would have made no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. I nothing much to say. You know, I watched it quite quickly, but I liking what I see from both of them.
Fraxium won. So again, long title reign. I think it bodes well for them. So, strap match: Trick Williams versus Eddie Thorpe. So remember, I said this of a lot of the Japanese wrestlers. Being Japanese is not a gimmick, right? And like I like this Eddie Thorpe so much better now that he's this bitter guy. Like now there's an actual story to follow as opposed to do you remember when they first introduced him? He was the Native American guy who inspired Wahoo McDaniel. Who was inspired by Wahoo McDaniel.
No, I didn't even know about his story.
Right. So he has Native American roots, right? And then he became the EDM DJ guy. I don't know if you saw that.
No, definitely didn't see this.
Oh, that one was cringe AF, bro.
Was it a Vince gimmick, bro?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like
Bruce Pritchard gimmick, okay.
I guess maybe they were just trying to find different things. That's the whole point of NXT, to find yourself, right?
Yep,
and then he became bitter. He became this guy who was like, why am I not getting my opportunities? Why does Trick get so many opportunities? There was I don't know if you saw that one where it looked as if, because he didn't actually hit Ava, but like someone smashed into him and then, or something like that.
Okay.
And then he had interaction with Shawn Michaels, so I guess Shawn Michaels gave him the rub as well.
Okay, I definitely didn't forget. I know his name very forgettable. That's the thing I remember.
He shoved Shawn Michaels, so that was a big deal.
Oh, okay. It's coming back to me. Okay.
So they're trying to make you hate him and remember him as that guy, like this bitter employee guy.
Okay.
And what was surprising is he got the win over Trick without. I mean, it's a strap match, so yeah.
Are they trying to use Trick to give him the rub?
Yes, that's what it is. And maybe Trick is going up to the main roster soon. So he's like, okay, let's put this new guy over.
Okay, fair enough.
It was fun.
Trick has done all he can in the title scene anyway. So
it was a good strap match, so I enjoyed it. Ethan Page versus Javon Evans. Again, really good storytelling. Really good storytelling. Because before this, Javon was this like young, bland, happy to be there, sort of a woo, I'm bouncy.
He's the one that had the match with Randy, right? He fucked up the finish.
Correct. Well, I mean, it was a very like 0% margin of error spot.
It was
anyway,
hard. It was hard. Yeah.
So Ethan Page broke his jaw. That's the whole story.
I remember this.
Yeah, the head in the steel chair, sort of a thing, right? And stomped. So last week, I don't know if you saw, they did this thing where he was cleared by the doctors, but the doctor is like, I still recommend you don't fight. Like, if you take one solid blow to the jaw, your jaw could shatter again. So that's his whole story. And they played it up well. Like, he comes out, his music is all bouncy, but he's not bouncing. Like, I hate it when it's a blood feud, right? And then they still come out, Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, we all remember
dance. That. Yeah, like, hey, your brother getting destroyed. Got to dance first, bro. You can't stop me, bro.
Can't stop the groove, bro. Okay.
He comes out to his music. He's like pissed. He's like, I'm gonna F this guy up, right? And Ethan Page, in a way, has become the Randy Orton of NXT. Do you feel?
Ooh, that is such a great compliment. Why do you say that?
Like, okay, this is like the era of Randy where he's punt kicking everybody, like where he's doing such dastardly things, he broke, quote unquote, Dante Chen's ankle. Remember?
I remember this. Yep.
So yeah, now he's that guy and he's doing these dastardly things, right?
Okay.
Ethan Page won after Javon Evans did a springboard move, and then he basically punched him in the jaw, which is the story.
End the match. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they set it up perfectly so Javon's wearing a mouth guard to protect in case. So as he does the springboard and then Ethan Page punches him in the jaw, the mouth guard, he spits out. So it looks like he just punched the mouth guard right out of his mouth. It was a really nice spot.
Smart, love it. I'm
like
a fan.
You know, like the visual storytelling there was great, right? It reminds me of, Dolph Ziggler, he purposely chews gum. I always bring this up. Yeah, so he can, like, if somebody gives him a super kick, he can spit it out. It looks like a tooth fell out.
Little things like this, bro. Things like this is what, I think wrestling fans, especially when we have been watching for such a long time, we don't really watch. Okay, if the story sucks you in, that's great. But if you watch a match purely for the match and you see the little things that they do that make sense, even better.
You know who else used to do this?
Don't tell me. Mr. Perfect.
No, well, yes, Mr. Perfect, but also Shawn Michaels.
So
it makes sense that Shawn Michaels is teaching them this thing, like you can put gum or put something in your mouth that you can spit out when someone kicks you in the face to sell the imagery.
Yeah, or put like small straps so they look like, those like teeth. Tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac lah, where got toe?
Tic-tac.
And then you put the wrong color, you put a orange color one. Hey, this fella teeth orange, what the fuck? Okay, so, yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. Put a white tic-tac.
So the feud continues. So I wonder if that means it resolves at Stand and Deliver. Because don't forget, Stand and Deliver is coming up before WrestleMania.
Yep. I mean, that's their WrestleMania for NXT, so that's gonna be fun.
Like, and maybe this time it can be some sort of funny, like, specialty match lah.
I like it. Yeah.
Ladder match, whatever. And maybe, do you think Ethan Page is ready to move up to the main roster? There's argument, like I've seen people say that he is, but I will argue that if he moves up, he becomes lower mid-card on the main roster.
He needs more shine in NXT. You know what I want to see?
What?
Ethan Page, Ricky Starks.
Oh, so funny you should bring that up because that's a big talking point, right? He shows up on NXT unannounced, but I don't know if you noticed this. He hasn't actually said his name.
Yep, he hasn't.
So from what I've read, it's because he literally just signed. They rushed it,
They haven't had anything planned for him.
Yeah, they haven't decided if he's going to be Ricky Starks, if he's going to be Kareem Abdul, or whatever name. You don't know his name. So he played it well. They were chanting, Ricky, you know me. But he never actually said his name.
And is Ricky Starks his like
real name?
His real copyrighted name? Oh, okay.
No, his real name. But he's still calling himself Absolute. So his catchphrases are there, but he hasn't actually said his name.
Honestly, I hope he keeps his song.
Yeah.
His songs actually is a really banger of a song.
Oh yeah. But is it licensed music or what?
Probably no. It's AEW music.
Then cannot already lah.
Unfortunately.
In the promo he did on Vengeance Day, he also didn't say his name. So there's still a chance that he might be some, Steve.
Let's hope not.
Main or what?
Yeah.
Can you imagine Steve? Hey, it's Steve. Absolute
No.
Steve.
That one, the other guy, what's his name? The one that kena
Absolute.
the one kena super kick by Shawn Michaels. That's Steve.
Oh, Steve. Not Sean.
Sean
Sean Spears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, are we talking about the last match already then?
Yes,
The main event.
we are. Yes, the main event for the NXT Championship: Obafemi versus Grayson Waller versus Austin Theory. How do you make Obafemi someone who is so physically dominant? Nobody else on the roster stands up to him. To be honest, after Trick has failed, right?
Yeah.
You put two main roster guys against him who are a team. I mean, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
It does. Like he graduated. He basically is the master ruler of all of NXT. The next one is all the lower mid card and mid carders of the main roster lah. That makes sense.
And then some more, it's a team, right? So they team up on him, no? So it's like, that's how you put him in jeopardy, which was great. I thought that was, and this is a great use of Waller in Theory because for whatever reason, they are just hovering at that mid card level in the main roster. They just they don't have that breakthrough moment yet.
I honestly they have to beat their time because they are young.
Yeah.
There's other people who are way over than them, but they are still. I think going down to NXT could actually be the best thing for Austin Theory because Theory has never won an NXT championship.
Waller as well, and that was part of the story in this match as well. You know, like Waller not getting his flowers in NXT. Everyone's always talking about Braun, always talking about all the other guys. But not Waller. So, I like that. They finished off with sort of a thing where it was a bit weird lah. It's like Waller tried to do, I hate his finisher, by the way. You know what Grayson Waller's finisher is?
It was like a flying knee or something like that, right?
No, it's from
the top rope.
No, it's from the outside. He rolls, he jumps through the middle road.
Yes.
Does a roll stunner. So it's the most convoluted, like heavy setup move ever. And I hate it. But
even Logan Paul's new finisher actually looked better.
It looked better, right? Yeah. But he did it and he accidentally hit Austin Theory with it. And then Oba grabbed him and, did his pop-up powerbomb thing and finished it off lah.
Yeah.
Now, I guess the big story here is, do you know what happens after the match?
I know of the other surprise. I don't remember what.
Surprise. Oba gets destroyed by a new group.
Oh, okay. I see.
Okay, so
you know what's my first thoughts, right? It's gonna be
what? Retribution, Shield combo. Yeah. So it's 4 guys wearing the bandana over their mouth. The bandana got the skull, so it looks like it looks so cool, right? Isn't that what Shield used to wear until Vince didn't like it or something like that?
No, yeah.
There was a story, right? Like Vince didn't like that.
The face. He covered the face. Yeah.
So Vince got rid of the bandana thing. Well, these guys are doing it. Okay, and they're doing it in a big way because they're going straight for the champ. And did you see their finish? Oh my god! So
no.
It's like, how the Shield had the triple power bomb. I guess this is a quadruple pop up power bomb. So 2 guys grab Oba, who is a huge guy. Don't forget, Oba Femi is huge. They both grab him up in the powerbomb position, throw him towards the other 2. The other 2 catch him and powerbomb.
Wow, that's wild.
I'm like, what? Okay.
Okay, so they are pushing them out strong from the get-go lah. Essentially, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay,
as a retribution / Shield type.
I hope for God, like at least one of them can speak well. If not, it's just dead on arrival.
Yeah. I mean, we all remember Retribution. So is this going to be Retribution or is this going to be Shield? We shall have to wait and see because those 2 groups took very different paths.
We shall see.
We shall see. Okay, there was one more segment that was kind of cute. Ariana Grace, do you know who she is?
Of course, the daughter of Santino Marella.
The TNA liaison. So apparently she's the TNA liaison. And then, she brought in a special guest to have a meeting with Ava. And it was Santino Marella.
The daddy is there.
So, which was cute, like, surprise moment. So even like we got that, right? Then, okay, NXT Women's Championship. Julia, Roxanne Perez, Bayley, Cora Jade. I still have reservations about Julia. I enjoyed the match, but I think a lot of it was because of Bayley, Roxanne, Cora.
I'm sure Bayley did a great job, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cora, though.
Wait, comparing Julia to Stephanie Verker, why do you think Stephanie Verker works with her aura And why do you think Julia used to have reservations?
I don't know. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. Julia has aura, but I think that I think Stephanie is a better in-ring worker.
Interesting.
Because maybe she does more of an international style and more used to international style. It's a
Maybe.
style thing, right? Like we talked about this before. Like, what is it about the Japanese Joshi wrestling style that somehow doesn't translate sometimes?
I don't know. It's like that guy lah. You say like he really brings strong style. Like that's what strong is supposed to be. Maybe the way they wrestle is not the spirit of how Japanese Joshi wrestling should be. I don't know. Or maybe it doesn't translate well.
Or maybe that's why she's in NXT. They have to work on it, right? To try to quote unquote make her more international.
Because Asuka can do the same thing, but she does it so much better. Like stiffer
yes,
and
Yes. Very quickly, can we give some shine and Cora Jade.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Is this? She's my favorite now. Is she not? Is this outfit not Paige inspired?
Interesting.
Like, doesn't that look like Paige's
something
old
she
top?
could wear? Yeah. Man, if I was CM Punk and then this girl was into me, I was like, damn.
Stop, bro. He's happily married man. Stop it, bro. And
they are
damn far away in terms of age, lah, bro. Cannot. Okay, I think we'll just leave it on this screen.
Let's just switch off our camera.
Faces. Nobody wants to see our faces.
Okay, we gotta wrap it up. Come on, let's.
Focus on the match. It was a great match. Julia retained, not surprisingly. Stephanie Verker came out to congratulate Julia. So they're still doing the whole they are friends thing, right?
That's great.
Yeah. But then the sirens go off and Jordan Grace shows up.
Is the big pump? No, different one.
The buff Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, I saw that comment. I was like, guys, come on, I cannot unsee it now.
I can't see it. I love Sabrina Carpenter. I think she's the pop princess of 2024, 2025. Now I can't unsee it. Jordan Grace is the buff Sabrina Carpenter.
That's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, it's because of the hair and the blonde hair. Anyway.
Even better than Tiffany Stratton, to be honest. Like, she looks literally like Sabrina Carpenter.
But looking at the three of them in the ring or like staring against each other, I was like, oh shit. When they talk about NXT's women's division being the best, there's a legitimate claim right there. Look at the three of those.
The way they are collecting all these female wrestlers in NXT, right? It's like how Triple H collected all the indie wrestlers in 2017.
Yeah.
Suddenly you got Aleister Black, suddenly you got freaking Velveteen Dream, and then it was a roster.
Yeah, and then you slowly get them acclimatized to the WWE working style, and then you filter them into the main event. Bro, I'm actually really excited for their women's division, and they are putting a lot of effort into the women's division. You see more women's matches on NXT than on any other show.
I don't hate it, and and the running joke about Shawn Michaels really knowing how to pick the female talent.
Stop lah.
It really is a sexy boy, you know what I mean? So
good.